The government would want us to believe that it is impossible to keep Mumbai safe. Is that really the case, or is this government simply not up to the challenge? Joining us on the show this evening, one of India's best-known counter-terrorism officials, A.K. Doval, former director of the Intelligence Bureau. To give us the perspective of the ruling coalition, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, national spokesperson of the Congress Party. With me in the studio, General G.D. Bakshi, leading defence analyst. With us also at this time from Mumbai, prominent Mumbaikar actress and executive member of the BJP, Kiran Kher. I want to go across first to Dr. Singhvi. Our Home Minister today, Dr. Singhvi, said that we did not have any intelligence about a possible attack. In the same breath, he says this is not a failure. How do you explain that comment? People aren't able to understand what exactly was Mr. Chidambaram saying. He says there's no information, yet he insists it's not a failure. What was it then?
Let us start, Rahul, by realizing that it's a very serious matter, and let us not get into blame allocation and trivialization. I see no contradiction that the zone is divided into two things. Either there is a failure or there is intelligence existing. There is no such thing. You know, these are matters where specific information is available with the Home Minister, and you have to really interview him. We don't have the sensitive information. But let me tell you, there cannot be, especially after the 26/11 event, and with so many steps in place, with the heightened security environment, especially in Mumbai, the slightest doubt in anybody's mind that if there was any specific information about this, it would have gone unnoticed or unacted upon. That is a ridiculous suggestion, and that is what the Home Minister means. As far as there being no failure is concerned, it is obvious that he means that it is not that we had anything resembling specific information on which we failed to act. Now, obviously, we are going to go flat out to catch these people. Obviously, it's a terrible situation, but you must realize that even if we are right 99 out of 100 times, and then the damn terrorists are right once out of 100 times, they can get away with it. It's unfortunate, but it's true.
A.K. Doval has spent his whole life in the field of active intelligence. Mr. Doval, is this an intelligence failure or not? How can it be that there is no intelligence and yet it's not a failure? Is that a facile argument, Mr. Doval?
Well, actually, I think only the Home Minister, who is the consumer of intelligence, and the intelligence agencies, which are the producers of intelligence, they are the only one to comment whether it's a failure or not. But let me tell you one thing, that whether there was an incident-specific intelligence, that on such and such date, at such and such time, such and such people are going to do it, that is one type of an operational intelligence. And there is also a larger intelligence canvas in which planning is done, in which the policies are made, in which deployments are done, in which even the laws are made. That is about who are the adversaries, what are their plans, what are their equipment, what are the instructions that they are getting, what is their infrastructure. Probably what the Home Minister might be telling is that the intelligence agencies were keeping him updated about the plans, intentions, preparations, etc. But about the specific event, probably there was not sufficient
Doesn't that sound like a failure to you,
surmise,
General Bakshi? Does that or does that not sound like a failure to you, General Bakshi?
What I'd like to state here is that it is about time that we start transiting from a purely reactive posture to an anticipatory posture, which is able to anticipate these kind of things, these kind of events, nip them in the bud, take proactive action to stop these terrorist groups before they have struck. That would be the ideal. But what I'd like to bring out over here is, look, the signature of these particular incidents, the operational profile is loudly proclaiming the Indian Mujahideen, right? The nature of the IED, the ammonium nitrate use, the structure of the IED, the placement mechanisms, etc. All Indian Mujahideen. The Indian Mujahideen had surfaced in a big way in 2008 with that whole series of blasts, and a lot of concerted pressure was put on it by the intelligence agencies, by the police. What happened thereafter? There was a sudden, easing off of this pressure, and I'd like to explain to you that 76 of the Indian Mujahideen operatives were captured by the Gujarat police. They were to be tried. It is then that our bleeding heart liberals have gone to say that they can't get a fair trial in the state of Gujarat, and this case must be taken out.